bad, I just swallow the liquor. Trying to figure where it went wrong at, but I cannot remember. But I remember what you told me. You'll never leave me, that's what you told me. Whenever I need you, you gon' be there, what you told me. But you're not here now. Yeah, staying at the cocaine out, no lie. I'm scared that it's no way out. So high, I'm scared that I won't come down. Calm down. Why everybody telling me to calm down? I don't pull the tear when I got loved ones in the ground. I don't pull the tear when none of my day ones around me. I don't pull the tear when it's pain I feel real, but I can't do nothing about it. Tired of walking around feeling ugly and power. Tired of walking around feeling like love ain't around me. All these dark clouds and puddles around me. Tired of walking around feeling like I'm drowning. I remember laying on that ground bleeding, thinking they got the best of me. Couple screws, couple pins, only thing I got left from me. Be ready to show. Smoking out the gas, popping out of the scripts. Thinking about my past, so I try to forget it. But whenever it get bad, I just swallow the liquor. Trying to figure where it went wrong at, but I cannot remember. But I remember what you told me. You'll never leave me, that's what you told me. Whenever I need you, you gon' be there, what you told me. But you're not here now. Looking for you, but can't find you at I need. Can't question God, cause I know God got his reason. But it's been hard and I've been bothered by these demons. That pain pierced my heart and left me scarred, it ain't easy. Looking at these damage chains, looking at this watching rain, thinking about how far I came. Yeah, I've been through a lot of pain, without you it's just not the same. Without you I be going crazy. Tryna find my way back home and I'm lost. Tryna cut my brain back on, but I'm off. Like I'm rapping the whole pain song, but I'm talking. Get ready to show. Smoking out this gas, popping out of prescription. Thinking about my past, so I try to forget it. But whenever it get bad, I just swallow the liquor. Trying to figure where it went wrong at, but I cannot remember. But I remember what you told me. You'll never leave me, that's what you told me. Whenever I need you, you gon' be there, what you told me. But you're not here now. I wonder what it's going. I wonder where you smiling. I wonder where the dreams go when it's scarlet. Cause lately I've been living in the past. Feeling like I'm supposed to be in first, but a nigga stuck in last. Hit the gas on these niggas, I might crack cause I'm wrecked. Drop the 20 on the neck. 500 on the house, I ain't even stepped in and I'm starting to regret. So I'm starting to regret. Wake up in the morning like, how could I get used to this? I never had much, I swear I'm still new to this. Know you see the wrist, diamonds in my Cuban shit. Riding in the newest whip, fucking on the cutest bitch. Whoa. Never thought I'd make it all Rex Road. Never thought I'd make it all selling dope. Never thought I'd make it up out the hole. Now niggas sit on the top floor, looking down like fuck it, I'm in the building. Thinking about shit I did and I'm lucky I'm not in prison. Used to wake up in the trap like fuck it, I'm in the trench. Niggas talking about they eating, I'm starving, what's in the kitchen, nigga? Personal shelf, fixing Fruit Loops. This rich lifestyle gon' take some getting used to. Walked in the bank like my birthday at a new school. Hopped off the plane and jumped right in the new coupe. No roof, window see-through, no tent, nigga. Pull up and make sure they know exactly who it is, nigga. Said I wouldn't make it and they hate the fact I did. Mama didn't think I'd be shit, but she happy that I'm meals, nigga. Problem child with Pop happy I'm his kid. I probably wouldn't be me if I ain't meet him how I did. Kids wanna be me, they mama tell them I ain't shit. If I'm a bad father, I hate
This
when I
little
did.
monster is known as a whopper flower.
I wonder what.
Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glazed lilies?
Oh, hey!
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
They over there tubing on the boat and shit, and then what happened was Cleveland Brown, he had told Junior, fucking, he was like, "Give me a beer." He said, "What?" He said, started super soaking him. He was like, "Did that wash the crap out your ears?" That shit was funny.
Oh,
I had to blow my nose.
sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes, now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See, Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. All right, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
I wonder where the dream goes when the sky lit. 'Cause lately I've been living in the past. Feeling like I'm supposed to be in first, but a nigga stuck in last. Hit the gas on these niggas, I might crack 'cause I'm wrecked. Try the 20 on the neck. 500 on the house, I ain't need
I'll race you there.
and I'm starting to regret. So I'm starting to regret. I want everything to come with it. The hating ass niggas and the bitches, the problems and the issues, the pain and the prescription. 'Cause I ain't never had shit, remember being a victim. 'Cause I ain't never had rent, broke it, fucked in half cent. I'm the one they laughed at, now I'm the one they mad at. I take off in that foreign like a rocket wearing NASA. All these G's and pieces on my neck like I'm a pastor. All these diamond blinking jewelry flashing like some hell. All my chain be dancing on my chest like MC Hammer. I swear I asked for help, but I ain't never get an ounce. I was calling, I was texting, ain't nobody text me back. Felt like I was moving about. Picture speaking a million words, no caption. Picture me on the curb.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Do any day and plus my daughter needs some pampers. The lights off and we don't ran out of candles. They asked me why I don't smile for the camera. Since a child I don't have a heart for the anger. I got weak and I gave my heart to a stranger. Think I hard and I pray to God for a line.
Go, go, Baron Buddy.
I wonder where you smile when
Time to clean up.
wonder where the dreams go. When the sky lit. Lately I've been living in the past.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm
surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Disappear!
I must leave now.
I'll catch up.
Is this an answer from this world?
As long as you can be there when I need you. Yeah, shit get hard, time get rough. If I fall, you pick me up. We can ball, we can live it up. But if I ask you for your heart, would you give it up to me? Or would you leave me on red when I text you? Or would you reply and tell me, baby, I'm here for you? If I was doing time, would you stay down and be real for me? Pick up every time or go day without me hearing from you. I just need to know. Nowadays I ain't got the time. You either is or you ain't mine. I know you was so special when you passed by. Baby, just forgive me for the last time. I give you my time when I have time. Long as you don't play me when it's half time. And I'll be everything you need. As long as you can be there when I need you. Be there when I need you. Oh, oh, be there when I need you. Oh, as long as you there when I need you. I know we be going through our shit. Bust an argument, throw a couple things. You know I LOB, give you that for real. You know I never wanna see you in tears. I know I hurt you, I hope you can forgive. I ain't do it on purpose, baby, I was for real. You know I ain't perfect, baby, but now you live with it. And put all of that bullshit behind you. And tell your friend my name, then it never mind. Cause we run to the wheel, fall off and let you try. Love it like a drug and I'm trying to get you high. I knew you was something special when you passed by. Baby, just forgive me for the last time. I give you my time when I have time. Long as you don't play me when it's half time. And I'll be everything you need. As long as you can be there when I need you. Be there when I need you. Oh, oh, be there when I need you. Oh, as long as you there when I need you.
If I would've died that night, was you gonna come home?
Bullet bouncing off the wall here in my coat. Talking to my God, he tell me no, but the bro's telling me go. But the bro telling me go. How many shots is he gon' take until I feel no? I don't wanna feel none. How many shots is gon' take to feel something? I'm tryna feel something. How many shots is he gon' take until I feel no? I don't wanna feel none. How many shots is gon' take to feel something? I'm tryna feel something real. Tears falling down my cheek. For real, I don't know if I'm me. For real, I don't even know if I'm free. On the real, I hope I don't be drugs on me like I'm fiend. I need drugs only when I see it like I need it. Hopping out the rain with that thing on me. Nigga try to drop me, but couldn't get no stain on me. These niggas wishy-washy, but I know one thing only. These niggas switching, swapping, I ride with the gang only. These niggas missing in their feelings, they was hanging on me. They say I'm lit, they got us finished, they was laying on me. How many shots is it gon' take until I feel no? I don't wanna feel none. How many shots it gon' take to feel something? I'm tryna feel something. How many shots is it gon' take until I feel no?
A reward on the road.
How many shots it's gonna take to feel something? I'm tryna feel something real. Pulled off, first shots, hot out, shoot. No lie, the first shot, like what y'all doing? No lie, first thoughts, can't go out, snooze. Oh my, first shot, can't go out, lose. Laying on that ground, I had to talk with God. Can't go out like this, gotta be here for my son and dog. Thankful for every day, but every day it's getting harder. On my knee praying that he hit me, could've been a charge. These niggas wishy-washy, but I know one thing only. These niggas switching swapping, I'm right with the gang only. These niggas missing in their feelings, they was laying on me. They say I'm lit, they got us feeling, they was laying on me. How many shots is it gon' take until I feel no? I don't wanna feel none. How many shots is gon' take to feel something? I'm tryna feel something. How many shots is it gon' take until I feel no? I don't wanna feel none. How many shots is gon' take to feel something? I'm tryna feel something.
Hey! Get him!
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Wind blade!
I've been known for a week, ain't no sleep, I'm geeking, I'm loaded. And I got some hoes. Just came on the road, put up in the hood to fuck with my bros today. Remember when haters said I wasn't making it, now I don't know what to say. Look up at the stars, while smoking cigars, I asked on the floor to raise. I got your hoe on the way, I got your hoe on the way. Nigga, you owe me, you pay, but you don't see no other day. I don't know no other way, play with me, no other day. Came on and throw it away, so I got to order the way. Go take some more on the way. I hit her like it's a diamond. Mama, look at me, I'm shining. I came on nickel and diamond. I'm up in the hood to remind me. My Instagram is never private. If you're looking for me, you can find me. It's just 2001 in my Zion. I raise fire like it's Gilligan Island. I got Lil Ray on me, yeah. We eat like if it's beef, yeah. Every day a nigga eat, yeah. We made it way in the street, yeah. My young nigga get out of Molly water. They shootin' that fall like a water gun. Time and money, this an Audemars. You can die today, Audemars. Me and my skinny jeans, my fucking loaded. I got this thing on me right now. Find me one in the head with a beat and be loaded. Don't play with me, little nigga pipe down. He gon' hit me with a truck, I put love and I'm loaded. I been up for a week, ain't no sleep, bitch, I'm geeking, I'm loaded. And I got some hoes on the way. Just came out the road, put up in the hood to fuck with my bros today. Remember when haters said I wasn't making it, now I don't know what to say. Look up at the stars, while smoking cigars, I asked on the floor to raise. I got your hoe on the way. I was living out the house, remember sleeping on the couch. Now every whip a nigga buy, got curtains in it like a house. Now every whip a nigga dry, cost at least a couple $100,000. Now every bitch a nigga try, no one fucking no surprises. Money makes a nigga change, swear a nigga still the same, yeah, yeah. Swear the money never made me, and I ain't never want to fame, yeah, yeah. Better know I keep it stainless, and never nigga play stain, yeah, yeah. CLC vessels and lanes, I probably fucked on your man, yeah, yeah, yeah. They roll on me in my skinny jeans, my fucking loaded. I got this thing on me right now. Try on me one in the head with a beat and be loaded. Don't play with me, little nigga pipe down. He gon' hit me with a truck, I put love and I'm loaded. I been up for a week, ain't no sleep, bitch, I'm geeking, I'm loaded. And I got some hoes on the way. Just came out the road, but up in the hood to fuck with my bros today. Remember when haters said I wasn't making it, now I don't know what to say. Look up at the stars, while smoking cigars, I asked on the floor to raise. I got your hoe on the way.
I'm Serena Williams. You watch me live.
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Vitui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet...
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it! If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
I should open a store here.
We got London on the track. She wanna be down with me, I wanna be up with her. She ain't no lame hoe, I ain't no fuck nigga. I be lying if I said I ain't fuck with her. She hold me down, so I put up with her. She like Milwaukee, I'm by Bucks, nigga. Don't trust niggas, I got trust issues. Pistol on me, don't get bust, nigga. Affleck, you better duck, nigga. You lookin' scared, what's up with you? That what she said, and I told her I'm ready for it. That what she on. She wanna party all night. She ain't going home. Fuck her like I'm mad and put her out in the mall. Yeah, she know what's going on. Took my foot off the bird, tryna do the whole day with no minerals. Rhyming like an instrumental. I'm a dog eater like some killers. Oh, I get head and tails like a nickel. I slide up in the like some slippers. Push a splash and call it flipper. Knock down all the tunes. She wanna be down with me, I wanna be up with her. She ain't no lame hoe, I ain't no fuck nigga. I be lying if I said I ain't fuck with her. She hold me down, so I put up with her. She wanna be down with a nigga. She ride with a nigga. She grind with a nigga. She wanna be down with a nigga. She ride with a nigga. She grind with a nigga. You say you a fun girl, what you mean when you say fun? I know you don't do drugs, but it's okay if you take one. No, this ain't no Molly, put this Roxy on your tongue. Can't give you all of me, but I can't wait to give you some. Only here a couple days, and I'm tryna get her some trouble. Put this so well like it's blowing bubbles. Might tell her I love her. Right after I fuck her, beat the pussy up into a concussion. Back to back to back, she bustin'. No cuddle up, I don't cuff her. She wanna be down with me, I wanna be up with her. She ain't no lame hoe, I ain't no fuck nigga. I be lying if I said I ain't fuck with her. She hold me down, so I put up with her. She wanna be down with a nigga. She ride with a nigga. She grind with a nigga. She wanna be down with a nigga. She ride with a nigga. She grind with a nigga. Bitch, I ain't buying no perfume. I got a fault in the purse. This shit in my style, I'm dirty. Got the style on the line when I'm thirsty. Be you out when I'm driving, no swerving. You know what it's worth, you ain't gotta steer it. I get high in the sky, my me a Tesla and fly me a bitch and on spirit. I'll take off like a jet. Shit that you do when you get you a check. Taking tell them she on the edge. Slippery when wet. That pussy a demon jumping in red. And that head is a blessing. She showed that they clean and she swallowed them mess. I got all money with residue. All these money back, I might just go better them. But I stay 10 cents ahead of you. Gotta watch what I say, cause I never know who they gon' tell it to. Snacking on edibles. Niggas try think I'm high, ain't gon' die, I end up living vegetable. Put you on schedule. I sign all the checks and make sure that they legible. That money got residue on it. That money got residue on it. That money got residue on it. Yeah, that money got residue on it. That money got residue on it. That money got residue on it. That money got residue on it.
Hey, that money got residue. I came up jigging right on second avenue. Still throwing play to my dog like a ladder. Putting that shit on them in Louis V. casual. Low when you down, when you up, they be mad at you. Work for me, come and get you a salary. That's the money it for my alley. I got your money stiff as a mannequin. Put on the show long as I get the hammer in. I put the
Honorable C notes.
I ain't trust everybody. Gotta make the circle smaller.
I don't fuck with these niggas. I don't fuck with these niggas. No love for these niggas. They betray me, don't trust for these niggas. Pull out a gun and bust at these niggas. I swear to Lord, the way the world spin, everything that goes up must come down. Yeah, the way the world spin, everything that goes up must come down. Niggas say he love you and he'll die for you till he up. Then he start answering the phone and hide from you. But that's your partner, say he'll ride for you. Get locked up, he snitching and cry for you. Niggas so unloyal, sneak behind your back, try to fuck your bitch and say she ain't good for you. Quick to say you a drink and never do it for you. Nigga one loyal, but you never knew he was. A lot of these niggas ain't real. A lot of these niggas ain't who they say they is. And everything that shine ain't a diamond. I snapped the review of my mirror cause I ain't got no plans looking behind me. I don't fuck with these niggas. Swear to God, I don't fuck with these niggas. No love for these niggas. They betray me, don't trust for these niggas. Pull out a gun and bust at these niggas. I swear to Lord, the way the world spin, everything that goes up must come down. Yeah, the way the world spin, everything that goes up must come down. On the way to the top, you hit rock bottom, believing in your partner. When they take it, they got you. Soon as you need them, it seem like they forgot you. Don't call or text, niggas ain't worried about you. And your hoe ain't need her. Quick as you fall out, quick as your bitch leave ya. It's the same, but that money really change people. How you feeling like you don't hang with the same people? Hoes acting funny, niggas saying slick shit. Mad at you like they ain't want you to get rich. Always complaining on some big shit. Small thing to a giant poppin' big shit thing. I don't fuck with these niggas. Swear to God, I don't fuck with these niggas. No love for these niggas. They betray me, don't trust for these niggas. Pull out a gun and bust at these niggas. I swear to Lord, the way the world spin, everything that goes up must come down. Yeah, the way the world spin, everything that goes up must come down.
This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What smells trouble. Quick, we have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the more immense, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Try this.
Go, go, Baron Bunny! No escape!
So quick to flee.
You're in for a little...
Cowering already?
I missed a spot. Leave it all to me.
Poor timing. Celestial Voyager!
Get him!
Come a little close. Don't be such a brute.
Oh no. I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little.
How unbecoming. So quick to flee.
You're in for a little shock.
Celestial Voyager! Careful now.
Come a little closer.
Wide open.
My. Come a little close.
Cowering already?
No one escapes my sight. Steady as stone.
You've made some progress.
As a beautiful maid would.
Take you more serious. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger! No use hiding back there!
Leave it all to me.
All you do is run! It's this!
Someone...
Break!
That's
You
cheating.
died! Gotcha! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
Explain us getting close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. And the Gnosis over. Now! Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
You're in for a little shock.
Get him! That's cheating!
Got her!
Die here.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Wind blade! With the wind!
Steady as stone.
I'll race you there!
Come a little closer.
Go, Barret Buddy!
You're in. My.
I have some for you too.
You're in for a little shock. Don't be such a brute.
I must leave no stone unturned. Yeah. I'll catch up.
Die here.
I'll race you there.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, Overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the gate chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti! What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Lila? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy. Even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Let's move.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
An unfortunate fault.
Get him! No escape!
You can't run.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up a little. Come a little closer.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Someone needs assistance.
Get him!
Steady as stone. The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the tiny giant cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Disappear!
I'll catch up.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of Adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Let it rain!
Wind blaze! With the wind!
Back into it!
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Let's spark things up a little.
Miscalculated. This isn't fair.
No one escapes my sight!
Come a little closer. Leave it all to me.
Are you here to play?
As a dutiful maid woman.
This is it. This isn't good. Stand for a second.
Use myself.
I must leave no stone unturned.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! One Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her, To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But 3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Need a repair?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Ad Astra.
Adventurer! Think you can last a round against me?
Should I save this money?
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Xiangling. I'm a chef from Liyue. My favorite place is the the kitchen. Ugh, I practice so hard, but I still get nervous when introducing myself.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
The key here is consumer psychology.
New stock at Siguenti.
Feel free to take a look around.
Very much, lady. So very much, lady.
Feel free to take a look around.
Jewel is out of stock, but we have some new engines.
What should I put in my litter?
Senua Kiosk. A place to go for classic Yua dishes.
Finally, a seat with a view.
Just
Bang.
a few more minutes.
With the wind!
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides,
Aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... Yep.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the City of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the—
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Right now?
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
What time is that? Okay, well, it's kids right now.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Because I was gonna say, I still got like a blunt one right here. Alright, come on, baby. Oh, she's not moving back. Yeah, Mama Myra, you taught her how to dance here. Yeah, if you want to, we could. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. Alright, alright, let it.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liu, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Came all to the shit, now I'm feeling like the game on me. 100 young niggas looking up to me for a while, then I feel like everything on me. Lost some niggas to the streets, saying the chain gang need a green dot, niggas waiting on me. Yeah. My mama lost a job, daddy need a house, I ain't seen my kids, so the present weighing on me. I been broke my whole life until I get a bag, it ain't no sleep. I been up 7 days, this shit ain't for the week. Better vessel in my eyes and the shit hurt me. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules, 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 Hercules.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know, play around with my brother. You see, I don't know if he's playing right now. How's it going?
All the shit I deal with on a daily basis. Can't run from a nigga, gotta face it. Home run, hit a touch and auto base. I got niggas with $1 million cases. Mama lost a job, I told her it's vacation. I'm still homeless, sleeping in and out of base. I'm still trying to figure how to feed my baby. I told my niggas don't give up on me, I pace it. And there's a whole lot of niggas like I wait. They got to favor me and hoping that I'm back. Drop to my knee, look at the sky and I pray. Drop to my knee, look at the sky and I pray. I say, Lord, please give me guidance and strength to handle all this weight on my shoulders. Please God enlighten my vision so I can see shit that I probably live my own to the shit. Now I'm feeling like the game on me. 100 young niggas looking up to me for a while, then I feel like everything on me. Lost some niggas to the streets, playing the chain, I ain't need a green dot, niggas waiting on me. Yeah. My mama lost a job, daddy need a house, I ain't seen my kids, so the present weighing on me. I've been broke my whole life until I get a bag, it ain't no sleep. I've been up some days, this shit ain't for the week. Better vessel in my eyes and the shit hurt me. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules, Hercules. Hercules, Hercules. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules, 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 Hercules. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules. I seen it with both my eyes, only the strong survive, putting in overtime, working like overtime. Gave this shit all of me, I feel like they owe me some. Niggas on side of me, I like they didn't notice none. Try to die with me, the reason I told her gun ain't inside of me, ain't easy to show my love. Mama keep crying for me, she scared for her oldest son. A lot on my mind and I be ready to roll me one. All the losses, all the flipping, all the shit that I done done. I ain't had too many options, but I had to pick me one. I don't see it all, there's nothing new under the sun. I gave my all to the shit, now I'm feeling like the game on me. 100 young niggas looking up to me for a while, then I feel like everything on me. Lost some niggas to the streets, saying the chain, I ain't need a green dot, niggas waiting on me. Yeah. My mama lost a job, daddy need a house, I ain't seen my kids, so the present weighing on me. I've been broke my whole life until I get a bag, it ain't no sleep. I've been up some days, this shit ain't for the week. Better vessel in my eyes and the shit hurt me. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules, Hercules. Hercules, Hercules. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules, 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 Hercules. Only the strong survive, I'm Hercules, Hercules.
What is this one?
Why you only love me when you want to? One time in my life, I just want to. Feel like I'm important for once, that I want to. Feel like I'm important for once. Oh, yeah, yeah, whatever time I just want to feel.
Yeah, gotta talk to him, man.
Important for once.
Yeah. Fucking every night cause she tryna get thick. Bad little bitch can't live.
There are no limits to what we can do together. So let's keep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
To see if anybody left nothing.
Nothing? That means they don't
I
miss
went
it.
to the mailbox, everything.
Look, I tell you, everyone's going to hard times right now, so they're like ditching their dog and tying them up by like liquor stores and shit, and just leaving them there.
That's crazy because it's a new dog. That's a good dog.
Yeah, I know.
Is that soldering got money?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they got like. What?
But I don't think he was from here. I think he was visiting.
Oh.
Somebody from here?
Oh.
So it got out when he was trying to open the door to go somewhere?
Yeah, I got you.
And he couldn't catch up to him.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't put a letter or nothing.
There it is. I think I gotta get it from my brother. That shit. He said, "Lady, let me call the bag up pronto."
We got a letter from the unemployment. I don't know for what.
Oh,
Oh, they're gonna stop the benefits. Like, someone
Hey, y'all see? That's why I play with my brother Bosif on that game. He beasting. You seen that shit? Like fucking, we're both holding it down. Like, blah 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 blah. Hey, that was my first game back on Rocket League on the online. That shit was fun. That shit was fun. I remember why I liked that game now. You know what I mean? Like I mean I always like these games. You know what I'm saying? But that's one game I could play endlessly. Like you know what I mean? Get the money, fuck it up. Hey. Come in this car.
The light was green, but I still waited. I gave them love and they still hated. I put them on and they still traded. We beat the odds and we all made it. The only dreams we ever had was running bands up. My little brother called a 10, he got a man up. Seen him laying in the casket, I can stand up. I do 100 years to life for what I stand for. Free my dog free, can't wait to say it backwards. When the art dropping number, hand claps and laughter. He throw it up because he blood, he a redskin. Before the street lights come on, you better head in. Should've known he was a snake, I seen him shed skin. They took my nigga life, he died on the dead end. You said you loved me, I believed you and I fed in. To numb the pain, I probably person put these meds in. The light was green, but I still waited. I gave them love and they still hated. I put them on and they still traded. We beat the odds and we all made it. From all these bits for all my dead homies. Speak on them and get you killed by what you said, homie. He from the streets, I guess that's why they left him dead on me. Blood in my eyes, I swear all I see is red, homie. From all these permanent scars. Permanent scars. From all these permanent scars. Permanent scars. Permanent scars.
dead body hit the pavement, ain't nobody caring. But I bet they recorded an Instagram share. That shit kinda scary. All the only one on top, I swear I'm so prepared. I swear I'm so aware, yeah. Ain't nothing gangsta about dying, I promise. I don't see niggas partner take money out their pocket. He wasn't even dead, yeah, in the side, cause he watched it. It's your man, it's your partner. I got mad, but didn't stop him. Got so many dead hoes I gotta live for. If I know who gon' pay all they mama bills for. If I know who gon' take care of all of they kids for. I ain't Superman, but I gotta live for
my dead homies. Speak on them and get you killed by what you said, homie. He from the streets, I guess that's why they left him dead, homie. Blood in my eyes, I swear all I see is red, homie. From all these permanent scars. Permanent scars. From all these permanent scars. Permanent scars.
I done shot a couple people on these. Got you spending like some niggas still gon' run for my people. Real right, I got stripes, I ain't talking no zero. Got my brother to the streets, don't have a smoke to reap. This shit I been through, can't believe I ain't got no scars. Niggas pop up there, now they don't want no parts. Yeah, he said that you my brother, say he for me. I don't trust him, I got treasure, finna clothe me. He don't bold me. I got a couple nights in my bag, so I just might act low. Fuck it up. Get the money, 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 fuck it up.
I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Get the money, fuck it up. Get the money, fuck it up. It ain't tricking if you got it, I ain't stunning that shit. And she get it out my pocket, I'ma fuck that bitch. And when she get to talking reckless, tell her suck my dick. And I might buy that whore necklace, but won't love that bitch. But I love me a little bitch straight out the projects, yes. With a fat ass, some good pussy, and some butt neck, yes. And I'm having my way, don't care no about all that text. Tell me how much it cost, girl, go ahead with all that flex. One thing for certain, you know I go get that bag. Her feelings hurt cause she know I put that whole land. Might buy a Birkin, but that's only when she mad. Other than that, she know no little hoe kick my ass. Yeah, bend it over, bust it open. Get to a nigga like you stole some. Bend it over, yeah, bust it open. I'ma give it to you, I'ma let you hold some. Yeah, get the money, fuck it up. 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 Get the money, fuck it up.
I got the money, fucked it up, and got a Bentley truck. With 3 holes in the back, thick as Hemi truck. They pin it over, bust it open, they don't give a fuck. They in the car and they playing with my dick, they don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm on my baby going crazy, I want titty fuck. Tupac up in that pussy, girl, I'm trying to hit him up. Turn around, girl, get down, make that ass clap. Bust that ass open, tell me, girl, what's your cash at?
Yeah, bend it over, bust it open. Get to a nigga like you stole some. Bend it over, yeah, bust it open. I'ma give it to you, I'ma let you hold some. Yeah, get the money, fuck it up. 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 Why you wanna play these games? Don't be on that lame shit, girl. Tell them what you came with. I pull up in the motherfucking coupe. All these bitches come around me chicken coop. I got them poppin' pussy Uncle Luke. Every day I live like it's a video shoot. Ooh, she know what she doing. Ooh, she turn on for the crew. Oh, $100 bill, not the newest. Ain't no telling what she gon' do for the blue one. Sippin' lean like it's some Mary Ciroc. Feeling presidential like I'm Barack. Bottles coming till I tell them to stop. Hold up, wait, stop. So much money that I don't know what to do with it. Still spending on money.
This is where we go to buy books in Lille. Should we copy of the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel?
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting! Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide. It barely sold any copies, and the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingse village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Qingse and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth? My pleasure, fellow book lover. Auto-reconfiguration is an essential function. So, are you buying or not? I've had my heart set on getting hold of a copy of Legend of the Shattered Halberd, Volume 6 for the longest time now. Frankly, I'd be willing to do whatever it takes to get my hands on that book. sure. The Qixing's top priority is the people.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all, the Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Why, you... Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
knowing that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Keqing is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
commercial goods.
Days has Daddy been away?